Hey guys, how you doing today? I hope you're doing really well. I am doing good. Today's conversation that I'm wanting to share on this page, Authentically Jessie, is the majority of the things, let me say this first, the majority of the things that I talk about are things I'm going through and lessons that I'm learning and trying to find my way through this path of living life, right? In a way to where it's very fulfilling, it's very pleasing for me, and it's very edifying for me, and I'm able to give love and light out to you in a greater way, because the world needs so much joy, so much healing. Just someone just saying, hey, I see you, right? I see you. You matter. Your feelings matter. And so what we're going to talk about today, for me, what I've been going through, it seems, here recently, I think it's just an ongoing thing, just with people, just in general, when you're living, and that is relationships. Relationships. Relationships are not always easy, right? That seems to be resonating a lot with me and the people that I'm connected to. Finding my way through this stream of learning how to connect to people where they are and still being okay with that. Whether they give me what I want, or I give them what they want, or I don't give them what they want, or vice versa. It's just a really slippery slope here, right? There's so much division in the world today, it seems. And if you say the wrong thing, if you say if you say something the wrong way, it seems like you gotta be politically correct. And it would be so great if everyone could just be who they are, right? Without having to meet somebody else's expectations, is what I'm saying, right? And I'm looking at myself when I'm saying this. When I was driving today, I was in the car and I was thinking, regarding relationships, am I expecting too much from people? The thing that I'm expecting of them, am I even doing it? Is it even part of my makeup? Is what I'm expecting from people something that I can really, really give myself, and I'm expecting it from that person? Or the way that individual treated me, how dare them? And then you just totally cut the relationship off because you don't understand it. You don't give any communication to talk through it, because relationships are hard and it takes work. Some relationships are easy breezy. Other relationships, it takes work. It takes work, right? Because a lot of us, we wear our emotions, our feelings on our shoulders, or we let past things in our past define our present, and not giving them the benefit of the doubt to say, well, maybe they've changed, right? Or just taking offense and then just totally ignoring the individual altogether and just cutting them off. Disposal. Just easy disposal of people that have been a part of your life, a part of your journey, people that have done amazing things that you've done amazing things for, because they've done something or they continue to do something and it's never discussed. So you can see if it can be healed, if you can just respect the other person's way of seeing it, whether you agree with it or not, to come to a fine medium and say, okay, we don't agree with this, but can we proceed on and still have a healthy relationship? I think that we dispose of relationships too easily, and that's not good. It really is not good. It speaks to our character as people, right? We have all fallen from grace. All of us, period. We all have, right? None of us are perfect. It's just like when Jesus, they were going to stone the woman who committed adultery. And they were ready to go. They're like, we're going to destroy her because she sinned. And then Jesus came and said, Yeshua, ye without sin throw the first stone. Well, we all have sinned and falling short, period. Period. Because we live in a sinful world. And when I say that, I'm a Christian. So that's the way I identify. And that's the only way that I can make sense of what I need to do as an individual, as a Christ kid, as a child of the King. The Bible is my principal precept. That's who I go after. I got a lot of books, as you can see, that I read, but this is the foundation for my life. And a lot of the things that are required in this word we don't want to do. We don't want to do because it costs us. And we're living, most of us want to live as the world lives. We say we don't, but we do, because we don't want to take the low road. We don't want to say, I'm sorry. We don't want to talk through things. We just want to do what's easy and most comfortable for us. When it might take, hey, if a relationship means that much to you, it might take going through counseling, right? It might take just sitting down and working through things that are really hard to work through because that person matters to you, right? So I'm just learning for myself as a person who has an open heart, who's very forthright in what I say. How can I walk the road less traveled with people that I love, that may not see things as I see them, but having that dialogue and that conversation is important because the individual matters to you. They matter to you. So why would you not talk it through is what I'm saying. Why would you take the easy way out? To me, that's taking the easy way out. God said, he made it really clear, before you come and give me this, my offering, go. If you have an ought with someone, go and make amends. Do your best to do that, right? And then if they don't, you've done your part of seeing what the issue is, seeing how we can resolve this or not resolve this. And you've done your part, then you can wash your hands and let it go. But not to approach it to begin with and keep that separation going on, that's crazy to me, right? That shows, in my opinion, that there's a lot more growth that needs to go on inside of you. And if the relationship is not salvageable, right? Bless it, bless them, let them go, and you just keep moving on in life, and eventually that part will heal. I've had so many people come into my life, so many people leave my life. That seems to be the flow. It just ebbs and flows like this for me. It's been that way all of my life. People come in, people leave. People come in, people leave. Right? And being a loner, I have no problem with that. But there are times when, I'm just like, I wish I had someone close. I do have a village. Don't get me wrong about that. I have a village, right? But, I want to challenge you guys to do the work in relationships if you possibly can. Do everything that you know that you can do, right? To make it right. To make it right. Do everything you can. And then if you've done all you can do, bless them and move on, right? Bless them. Don't even hold offense. Bless them and move on. Bless them. And even if you have a relationship and it's still really difficult when you're around each other, right? I have those dynamics in my life where I'm around someone and I don't feel that comfortable with them. But guess what you're supposed to do anyway? You're supposed to still show some type of decency and some type of love and some type of respect, right? And hold a conversation and you've got to feel complete in you who you are. You got to be complete in who you are and know who you are when you're in those situations, right? And that takes work, knowing who you are. That's why I said making a list of things. What am I wanting in a relationship? You know, how can I keep it to where it's balanced and it feeds me, but yet it's going to feed the other person too? And what am I willing to say, you know what, that really doesn't matter, even though they're not needing that. I can get that from someone else because this person is still valuable to me, right? So do not dispose of relationships so easily, because it's growth in all the work that you do when it comes to it. Whether it works out and you make amends, or whether you've done all that you can do to make amends and it still is not working, right? Bless it. Bless the person and just keep it moving. And then, you know, there's a little void that's left there that when someone's been in your life that needs to be filled, right? So show yourself grace. Allow God to heal that part of you, right? Don't find somebody else to fill that void immediately, right? Let God fill that void for you to complete you, right? Because you want to be complete and you don't want to allow somebody else to complete you, because that's being half whole. That's not being totally whole. So you need to be totally whole in yourself. So do the work on self, right? So when you do have relationships, you know who you are. You know what you're looking for. You know what edifies you. You know the conversations you want to have. You know you want somebody filling your cup, but also you know you're going to have to fill somebody else's cup. You know you want someone that asks, hey, how are you doing? And not just dominating the conversation about themselves. You want to know that, you know, if you're sick, you're not feeling well, somebody's going to come over and bring you soup. If you're not well, somebody's going to, you know, these are just things that you do as a human being and when you're in relationships. So though they may be complicated, try doing your part, right? Try going above and beyond doing your part. And then, you know, if it works, fantastic. If it doesn't, it's still okay. Bless it and move on. All right? And also, there's so much anxiety in the world today. So many people, you know, are waking up and then waking up in anxiety because there's so much happening. I turn off the news is what I would suggest you do. Do something that feels good, that edifies you, that makes you laugh. But also, the shopping club that I'm a part of, the Mellow Out, it has magnesium in it, and it chills me out. It chills, it brings the thermometer down, brings it down so you can, and all you do is, because people are looking for things, and I look for plant-based things, and that's what this is, all natural. Comes in a scoop, you just put it in a cup of water or a glass of water, right? And it just takes the edge off. Remember, there's love here for you. And this is a safe space. I hope you have a brilliant day and that what I've shared, that it edifies you. I'm working on this too. Whatever I share, it's something I'm going through and something that I'm working on. So you're not alone. Most people are going through this. They just don't talk about it. I'm willing to talk about it. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.